Good morning, welcome to Furry and Spoilt. I'm going to talk to you today about how carrots cause hot spots in dogs. We've had a really awful week. Albert there that I'm showing you now has had a big hotspot flare up. Really bad one. It was almost like it was back at the beginning 10 years ago. So we've had 10 years of no hotspots. 10 years ago it all happened. I researched it and I got rid of them and understood them. I stuck to everything that I learned, and in 10 years we had absolutely no issues at all. And then this week he's had big old hotspot flare up. So he's had like 4 big hotspots. And it's just been like it was in the beginning, all the darting and not being able to settle. And you know what I know because you message me all the time. I know that you know. And it's because I was giving him some carrots every day, which makes complete sense because the reason that I'm so, keep your dogs off grain is because the grain turns to sugar, the sugar causes the inflammation, and of course carrots are just full of sugar. So that's what caused it. So about, well, just probably I would say I was giving him the carrot for maybe, I would say it was maybe a week or two before it kicked in. And it was because Harry there, he started scooting on his bum because he had anal gland issues. And I've found over the years, without fail, as soon as you get that happen, give them a chunk of carrot each day, and it sorts them right out because they don't digest carrot particularly well. And so basically when it comes out the other end, it just makes the anal glands empty. And so I was giving that to him, and because I was giving it to him, I was giving it to Albert, and I was giving it to Humps. Even though Humps didn't need it and Albert didn't need it, I was just giving them a piece of carrot. Because on the whole, carrot's not too bad for dogs. However, there is the sugar content. Now, if you've got a dog that doesn't have any issues at all with grains or sugars, but he's got anal gland problems, then this piece of carrot works really well. And like I said, over the years, it's worked really well for me. But obviously for Albert, because he's so sensitive to grains and it causes hot spots in him, and on the last 10 years, he hasn't touched a grain. He's had like 10 years of no grains in his food, and we haven't had any issues at all. But obviously the carrot, because he wasn't getting carrot, or he was getting carrot now and again, but it obviously wasn't in the amount where it was enough to start a hotspot flare up. But that piece of carrot, so he was getting a piece of carrot. I'm going to show you now with my hands, probably about that big, that long, and sort of, just like a raw carrot, and he's probably about getting about that much every morning. And it took maybe, I'd say, about a week or two, and then it just has flared right up. So this started a week ago. So because I am so experienced with hotspots and I know exactly what I'm doing, I just jumped straight into action, and now he's completely clear and we are absolutely fine. The hotspot did the classic thing where they work their way out of the body. So once you stop doing the thing that's causing the hotspots, you actually see them working their way out of the body, and they go further and further down the body. And so with him, they did, the poor little love. When I took him off the carrot, so it's been a week now, I took him off the carrot and the hot spots kept appearing, and they worked their way down, all down between his legs and then onto his tail. It was really awful. Honestly, hot spots is just such an awful thing for dogs. But I jumped straight into action and I did all the things that I did 10 years ago and that I'm constantly telling people to do and that are constantly working for dogs. If you don't know my channel and you don't know me, you need to, in a minute at the end of this video, there's a video that's going to come up and you need to watch it. Now, it's a long video, it's 40 minutes, and I tell my story of Albert here when we first got him. I won't go through it all again now because I know lots of you have watched that video. But if you haven't watched that video and you're not familiar with my story, please, and you've dog's got a problem, a hotspot to itchy skin, will you please go and watch it, because I go through great detail every single thing that I did to get Albert completely clear of hotspots and completely to the point where he's lived for 10 years without them. He was so bad that discussions were being had between us and the vets about his quality of life and if it was safe, if it was fair to still keep him going. So please, he had a bad case of it and I nailed it, sorted it right out, and for 10 years nothing. apart from one little incident with some toast and some people that came to stay. But all that did was made him a little bit itchy for a day or two once I realised what was going on. But this carrot has caused a massive flare up in him. It's been really bad. I mean, you can sort of see in areas he's a bit pink. But I'm really pleased to say that now it's stopped. It's completely clear. Hot spots are all gone. Itchiness is all gone. And he's sleeping. Honestly, it's heartbreaking because they don't settle when they've got hot spots. They keep like darting about like something's just poked them. They dart and itching, and it's just awful. And he went right. It was right back like 10 years ago. It was absolutely awful. So, the carrots, right, so without question, it's the carrot. I have no doubt about that because it's the only thing that changed in his diet. And the diet that he's on, he's been on for years. So it's the only thing that changed in his diet. So going with this, it's not just carrot, it's carrot, but it's also sweet potato. So any vegetable that's high in sugar. Now, peas and sweet corn are also high in sugar. They are currently being researched because there's a link between peas and some heart condition. So I've avoided peas and sweet corn. I'm actually watching that situation closely, and I'm watching the research, and I will do a video about it. I just want to see a bit more research on that, and I will keep you up to date with that. But stay off carrot and stay off sweet potato. Now, when I recorded, so I got contacted by loads of you saying I cannot afford grain-free food, good quality grain-free food. So I did all my research, I worked hard, and I came up with a recipe that cost you £1 a day for a dog this size, and it was grain-free and really healthy. However, the problem is when I did that, I used a mixed vegetables bag, and in there were carrots and sweet potato. And as it happens, so I make that recipe for my dogs all the time, but I actually haven't been using carrot and sweet potato. Not on purpose, I just wasn't using it. In the bag of vegetables I was using it wasn't in. And so that's how it hasn't happened. But what's worrying me is that if anyone's watching that, they might be using carrot and sweet potato. And if you're watching it because your dog has got a problem with grains, then you definitely do not want your dog on those things. So I've actually deleted that video, and I'm going to remake it. Anyway, I want to I've made some changes to the recipe, the way I do it, just everything. So I'm going to remake that for you, and I will get that done. I'll get that done in the next few days, so that will be up soon. And the other thing is that I made some dog treats, grain-free dog treats, and I put carrot in them. So I've deleted that video as well, and I'm going to redo the video for you. And actually, I found a better way to do them. They come out better, crunchier for the dogs. So I will do that as well. That isn't, Albert's just having a lick. That's not hotspot issue, that's just a lick. So those two videos, so if you watched those videos and then you wanted to go back and see them and they're not there, that's why I've deleted them. The other thing is that I did a video about anal glands for Harry over here, and in there I do talk about, and I show that I was giving the bits of carrot. I'm not going to take that video down because if your dog doesn't have a problem with grains or anything like that, then carrots are really effective. It's a really good natural way of sorting out anal gland problems. So I'm not going to take that video down, but do be aware that if your dog's got these issues with itching, do not give them that carrot for the anal glands. Do you know what, actually, as I say it, that's too confusing. I'm going to take that video down again. I'm going to re-record it, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take down the cheap grain-free dog food. I'm going to take down the treat one. I've already taken those two down. And I'm now going to take down the anal gland video, and I will re-record them all and get them up for you with the alterations in them. I'm going to go and show you in a minute what I'm giving Harry now for anal glands. With Albert, I did all the stuff with the to stop the hot spots that is in the video that will come up any minute. But I just want to quickly go and take you in the kitchen and just show you the stuff that I'm using for Harry with his anal glands. So this is what I've been using. Now, I'm a big fan of Yumove, and I use them for other stuff as well. This is not sponsored. This is what I have researched and I have chosen best for my dog. So I've got this one. So it's called Yumove Digestive Care, and it works very much on the gut microbiome that's in the gut, and it's got all, like, it's just full of like good stuff, like tops up the gut bacteria, blocks bad gut bacteria, and supports sensitive digestion. And all the reviews said that it was very, very good for anal glands, and it stopped the scooting. So he's been on this for 4 days now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until he's been on it for a month, and then I'll do a proper review of what I think about it. So that's what I've got him on at the moment, and it's all going okay so far. And remember that if you want to learn more about dogs and my journey with them and all the ups and downs that brings, subscribe to my channel. And there's always videos helping you with different problems that these little darlings bring to me. So just to be clear, do not feed your dogs grains or cereals, carrots or sweet potatoes. Somebody's asked for a video explaining what grains are, and I think that's a really good point because there's a lot of false information out there. So I'm going to do a video about that. That will be coming soon. If you've got any questions at all, do not hesitate to contact me. I'm more than happy to help you with your hotspots problems, more than happy. And I've got years and years of experience in this situation. So do not hesitate to contact me. I'm on social medias if you want to do it on there. A lot of you do through DMs on Instagram, or you can do it in here, wherever you want. I don't care, but don't hesitate to ask me for help. So that's it. So that's that for today. I am unbelievably grateful that we're over that and that we've got over it. But, you know, it's a learning curve. I've learned. Carrots, no good. So it's sugars of all kinds, no good. So I hope your dog's not suffering, but please don't let your dog suffer. Contact me. Let's get this dog sorted out. And watch the video that's about to come up in a minute if you haven't already seen it. Thanks very much for watching. I hope that you're having a good day, and we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.